If all you can do is afford one hot chick, don't do it.
It's unrelenting. It's unrelenting. Just when you thought we were going to relent, it's unrelenting.
Yeah, it's unrelenting. It is Friday again.
The best podcast on the network. What's going on, my friend?
Dude, this is episode 199, too. We are about to reach a plateau.
A magic 200. Yeah.
I know.
Now, this is probably the first podcast you've ever done where you hit 200, isn't it?
Grumpy Old Ben's Rock and Roll 3 show, Planet Rage. But yeah, it's right up there in Random
You haven't
Thoughts.
hit 200 in Random Thoughts yet?
No, well, no, actually, Random Thoughts is the most. That's like 370
I was going to
something.
say, I thought that one has a way over 200.
And the solo shows are the hardest, no doubt about it.
I don't agree with that.
Well, okay, you're a different type of personality.
This is why I stopped doing mine, because I clearly disagree.
Because Gene's just like, oh, yeah, I stopped. Because otherwise,
I stopped.
You're still recording yourself. You're just not editing it and releasing it.
I'm not even recording, man. The only thing I'm doing is just I have a running dialogue in my head with myself.
Gene's like hard drive space got way too expensive.
Some people have a monologue. I have a dialogue.
With yourself. Okay, that's
yeah.
Have you talked to your psychiatrist about perhaps?
No, I told myself that's for weak people.
It's perfectly fine. No, it isn't. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week.
But still, a dialogue's better than a throuple, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one.
Mm-hmm. You don't want three of you in there.
No, that would get very confusing.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the trolls in the troll room. I mean, really, Surly Mofo loves this show. He kicks off his weekend.
Who doesn't?
So people know when it is time to kick back, relax, and strap it down. You never know what's coming next.
Yeah. Yeah. How long have we been doing this? We've been doing this a long time, man.
The Today Show, that's been like a minute and
4
a half.
years?
Oh, the show overall, that's different. No, it's got to be because Larry and I on the Planet Rage, that started at the end of August 5 years ago. So you and I have been doing a show over 5 years because you and the show with you and the show with Larry.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically Grumpy Old Ben's was twice a week, if I'm recalling right. And then it kind of split into two shows. One with you.
Yeah.
One with Larry. And when I got the call to fill in at No Agenda, I mean, Adam was very clear which of my co-hosts he wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. Not me.
Well, that was it. He's like, "Do you have any other co-host?" I mean, not Gene. Larry's good, but do you have anybody else? But not Gene. Because he likes you too much.
Well, that's exactly it. He knows the level of work that I enjoy.
Zero.
Not doing.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, well, yeah, don't make it hard for Gene. Well, who else do you got? Larry? Okay, well, that's fine. I guess we'll take him.
Larry's a true professional.
That is true. Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, well, both of you guys had your 5 seconds on the radio. I mean, he had a little more than 5, but
right. Larry did it as a gig for a while, I know, in LA.
Yeah. The closest I got to it was sending an audition tape in and getting a response back that said, "You guys are trying too hard," which was, I don't think I felt it quite the way that it was meant to be felt in the day. It was my business partner and I thought it would be a really cool idea for a radio show where we would talk about people that had computer problems, and it'd be a call-in show. And they could call in and say, well, my computer is doing this. And then we would tell them how dumb they were and explain to them what they're doing wrong. I thought it was a brilliant idea, frankly. I mean, this preceded
Leo,
all the tech TV days. It preceded all this was, I tell you, this was in 1994.
So this was before really there was that much going. Yeah, you could have been a trailblazer.
It was a literal talk radio show. Yeah. I mean, and here's what we modeled it on. There was a show called Car Talk.
Yes, I remember Car Talk.
Two guys from the East Coast that were like brothers that were laughing and joking around, and people called it, yeah, my car is making this weird noise. Well, where's it coming from?
Yes.
Oh, and then his brother, well, it's coming from the back of the exhaust. Where do you think it's coming from? It was a fun show, and both of us loved that show, and we were like, we could totally just change the topic of that show and basically do that show, but for computer shit. But I think good old WCCO, they were not up to the times. They didn't think it was a particularly great idea. They said, hey, good for you guys for trying, but no.
There was no evidence that anybody would ever want to be interested in listening to that show. So it
turns out the way you bring a new show to a radio station is you first sell it to an audience.
Yeah. Well, now it's a lot easier now because then you don't need the radio station. You don't need the TV station.
You just need YouTube.
I will say I thought it was hilarious. I hope I didn't ruin CSB's day when he sent in a donation talking about how you gave him an interview and explained to him how to get rich with AI music. And I'm like, CSB, Gene hasn't gotten rich with AI music yet. So,
well, but I'm well on my way because he actually made me log into my account to check how much. I've been
asking you to do that for like 16 weeks.
Yeah, but were you paying me the way he was?
No. How much did he? Oh, wait, there's this interview gets. Payment?
I mean, it's not a paid interview or anything. It's it's totally voluntary and everything. Yeah. So I logged in, I checked, and in the last little over a year since I did that music, or maybe it's over a year. Take a guess. Take a wild guess as to what was in my account.
This is for what
for exactly? Christian rock.
Is it for like YouTube listens? Is it for Amazon sales?
Is just for Spotify.
So for Spotify, the amount of people that would have listened to that over a year.
Yeah.
86 cents.
No, $8.56.
Oh, that's 10 times better than I thought.
Now, it's actually more than I expected, not for the total amount, but if I look at the chart, I'd say 95% of that was in the first 2 weeks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and only a handful of plays since then.
Oh, wait, so now
this also doesn't include like sales on Apple, sales on Amazon for the people that thought it'd be cute to buy my whole album and stuff.
Well, I think certainly Mofo, one of them, somebody bought it.
There's a few people that have bought it. Yeah. And those splits are, not great either. But I was most curious about Spotify because that's what everyone seems to push you to. And if you look at the number of plays that I had, it comes out to about 380 plays. So 380 times somebody listened, or probably 380 different people listened.
But more than that actually listened to the show.
Yeah, but that generated over $8. Think about that ratio.
You and CSB believe in all this, didn't you? You're like, you're going to be rich, dude.
No, seriously. If just multiply that by 10. So instead of 300 plays, you have 3,000 plays, which wouldn't be that hard to do with some promotion.
Oh, yeah, you didn't do any promotion at all.
I did zero promotion.
And the AI voices have gotten better.
Yeah, AI voices have gotten better, although I like that one. But, I mean, it wouldn't take, that was in the first 2 weeks, so I would say do it with promotion, get 10 times as much, get about $80, and then do that for at least 6 months. And now you're saying, well, okay, that's be about $1,000. Not bad. And you can crank out new music every month as well. So I think there is definitely a potential if somebody A, enjoys music, B, has a bunch of songs they've written that they haven't done anything with, and C, isn't too lazy to do a little promotion. You can have a little side gig generating $1,000 a month really easily.
Really, I should just cut you in for like 25%, give you everything that I've written, and
I'm just saying, if somebody knew how to produce music and had their own label already, it wouldn't take much to take somebody's music if they had it and produce it. I'm just saying,
and become billionaires on the music train.
Wouldn't that be great?
It's like it's magic. What's very interesting to me that the majority of listens came within the 2 weeks, which means either it was because you were posting it on social media at the time, which people did get the
I
link
posted
that
it
way.
once on X, and we talked about it on this show, and I told a handful of people, and that was it.
So it does.
I mean, I did so little promotion.
When new music comes out, I don't know, because I've never used Spotify. Do they like bump you to the top because it's new for a couple of weeks?
I'm sure they have an algo that is similar to YouTube, which has a certain percentage of recommendations be reserved for new stuff.
Now, here's your blurb. Surly Mofo says, I bought it and love it. Really makes the gospel accessible. Make some more, Gene. It's amazing it was created by an atheist Jew.
Not really. Most of the Bible was written by atheist Jews, man.
That's true.
Yeah, really, if you look back.
You're right.
But
yeah. If you want to be technical.
Yeah, I always planned to do the entirety of the New Testament. It's just that was where I started because I kind of like that book. So, yeah, I'm now that I've found that I could get some money for it.
$8
it's
a year.
More than I've gotten from YouTube in a year.
That's more than you get from this show. So, I mean, there's...
Oh, it's arguable. I mean, lately, yes. Lately, that is definitely more than I get from this show. When we started, dude, I remember getting like a PayPal of $400 from you at some point.
I know. And what happened? Yeah,
I don't know. Somehow you ended up buying like 2 Macs and I got $400. I don't know how that
on the Acme. No. That's not what. No, you're not. Do nothing to see here at all.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The AI machine. Oh, did you see Alex's latest video yesterday with the what's the thing called, the DGX? Maybe it's Studio, something like that.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
Did you look up the price on that thing?
I did. I immediately looked up the price. $4,600.
No.
What do you mean no?
The one that he had on there, that desktop, that behemoth thing.
Oh, we're talking about a different video then.
Maybe there was one.
I'm talking about the one that where it was the new little mini tiny computer from Radeon.
This is the DGX version, but it is the server equivalent. The machine starts at like $90,000. And
no, I didn't see that one then.
If you want it like loaded up, it's like $150,000. But I mean,
Alex has access to stuff now.
Yes, they sent it to him in order to
because he started the whole thing with like, I'm just buying this shit for fun because I'm too small for anybody to send me anything.
Yes, but now these companies, if you're in a smaller channel, although he's got like 500,000, I think, subscribers, but if you're a smaller channel and you are in a niche that fits, you can still get the sweet products sent to you. And I'm sure they will ask for that back, but man, that would be fun to play with. He actually had to plug it in. He said, okay, you can technically plug it into a normal power line, but he has it plugged into a 220 line because it takes that much power.
Yeah. And that's the problem. Everybody knows it with all the AI crap is that when you scale up, the power scales linearly. So you don't get more efficiency with a higher end rig. You get something that is that much more efficient and the same amount more power.
Takes a lot of juice.
Because, the way that computers have scaled is we've gone from 200 watt power supplies to 1,000 watt power supplies, but it took about 20 years. And so we've 10x the amount of power the computer uses, but the computer is running at probably 1,000 or maybe even 10,000x as fast as it was when we had 200 watt power supplies.
Yes, much quicker, but also taking more power, which
but not
is
as much power. But with the AI crap, it's linear. So if you want double the performance, it's going to eat double the energy.
Yes, which is interesting because Apple had been selling for years, hey, our computers use less power. And now all of a sudden it's like everybody's going to use a ton of power. And buy electric cars.
And power prices are going up. I don't know if that's the other thing that I've certainly noticed here because of air conditioning, but You know, how do you cut down on air conditioning to increase your computer power?
I know. Well, because the computer's putting out heat. So, I mean, if the computers would put out cool air.
Now you got to have 3 air conditioners running just to cool the computer, which then uses more power to warm the air inside the house while it's doing, AI memes.
Yes. And it feels like the grid here in Illinois is becoming a third world grid, which is why we had the power go out here for like 28 hours on Monday into
that's crazy.
I know. The storms that rolled through here that were no joke. It was
I watched that storm chaser dude.
Yeah, the max velocity stuff.
Max velocity guy, yeah. I was watching him. Well, I mean, he's the only name that comes up when you do a Google search.
Yeah, there's another guy, Ryan Hall, but Max more entertaining.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I just love the storm chaser. I
love the fact that he has to say that I have a degree in meteorology.
Yes, degree in meteorology. I'll tell you. Well,
a lot of people probably were just calling him a hack.
Right. And for a while it was on the screen, degreed meteorologist.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he started it before he was, but it's like he was obviously knows what he's doing. And
he likes weather.
Yeah, he loves weather.
Mm-hmm.
And really, again, if you like something like that, there's a niche. I bet you a lot of people would never have imagined. And this dude, I think, is making nice money on that channel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's just because he likes weather and he goes on and he tells you the weather. It's like, why would you want to go get a fucking gig in Poughkeepsie for, $20 an hour?
Exactly.
And you
probably what it pays.
Right. You can just roll up your own and building the audience is harder. I get it. A lot of people aren't good at that.
Yeah.
But when the storm chaser that was, within 3 minutes of my house driving was going through this storm and going, holy shit. I'm like, okay, this is with somebody that does it for a living.
So I mentioned to you before, but I'll mention on here too, because I know CSB's been on me to get this done. So finally, after 18 months, I got my YouTube channel monetized.
Oh, man, now you are really going to be rolling in the dough.
I am. So I got it monetized 2 days ago. And would you like to guess what my revenues are right now?
You have made 14 cents a day.
$11.
A day or for both days?
For 2 days.
It's not bad. $5 a day.
That's better than I expected, frankly.
$150 a month. You are rolling in it.
And that is coming from 6,700 hours of watch time.
That will almost pay your air conditioning bill.
Not even close. Not even close. And I've had 35,000 views.
Well, it can only go up because once the money starts coming in, I know you'd like the money and the creators like the money, but the other entity that likes the money is YouTube. So I would bet the minute a channel becomes monetized, maybe somebody's done studies on this, that they are going to get more traffic sent their way because why would YouTube incentivize?
Oh, no. You're misunderstanding. When you're not monetized, doesn't mean they don't run ads. They just keep all the money.
Oh, well, they're going to hate you.
Yeah, they're going to hate me. Exactly.
Like, we got to give this guy his cut now? Oh.
And I've gotten 200 new subscribers in the last 28 days.
Building your YouTube empire one viewer at a time.
Well, this whole podcasting thing, just, I don't know if it's ever going to work out. So I gotta find a new way to do it. And it's going to be YouTube, I think.
You didn't get the call up to the big leagues yet?
Which big leagues?
The big leagues. The big leagues.
Big leagues?
The podcasting big leagues. That's what.
Oh, no call.
I was most disappointed. Really, the only disappointment in my first day sitting in for the No Agenda show was CSB didn't put any artwork in.
Really?
I really wanted to pick a CSB piece.
Wow. Well, maybe he'll try next year because you only have 1 day in which to pick him. The rest of the time, you have to pick other people.
You have to go with real artists.
Wow.
Darren, what do you mean? I am good at this. Belt. CSB knows we love his art. It's always butts, though. Butts, and more butts. Yeah, a lot of butts.
Yeah, I guess CSB likes butts.
Better than the alternative. CSB
cannot lie.
I'll see now. Okay, there's There's a great parody there. CSB likes butts and he cannot lie. But you got to do it in the voice.
You got to do it. Yeah. Get Larry to do it.
So was it fun?
Can you do a black guy? Larry, do a black guy?
He can do anything. He's Mr. Velvet, man. So what was it like being interviewed by CSB? Did he let you hear his real voice during the interview?
You know, it just sounded like a computer to me, so I don't know.
It might have been. He's going to be like, Gene, Gene, you heard my voice, Gene. I made you a promise. Do not record.
You probably are. You're probably closer than you think to being right. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a donation that says exactly that. That was my real voice.
That's one thing you can get from CSB is that he is consistent. Always consistent.
Yeah. No, he was impressed that I had the top level of the Suno. Which
I do too, and I haven't freaking opened it in months.
Well, that's the problem. Because I think they're going to jack their prices because of usage. So it's important to get your money's worth.
Get in and just generate.
Oh yeah. But by the way, not that you talk to a dude named Ben a whole lot, but I'm playing a little prank on him. I'm telling you, because so he just bought Grok Pro.
Me too.
And I'm telling, here's my prank on him as I'm saying, oh, well, did you get the Grok Ultra? And he's like, what? No, they had a deal on Grok Pro. And I'm like, oh, yeah. No, it's Grok Pro's all right. But, you can't do all this cool shit that I'm doing without the Grok Ultra. So if you happen to talk to, make sure you say you've got Grok Ultra as well.
Yeah, I'd be like, where's the link? How do I get it?
How do I sign up? Well, you say, well, yeah, because... And then the other thing is ask him if he's got his invite for X Money yet, because I know he hasn't.
But it's open now.
What?
It's fully open, yes.
God damn it. So now I have to go sign up.
It's down to
I was waiting for an invite, god damn it.
It's down to $15 too to go in and get your instead of 25. But I did get
bastards.
And there was a package that came in and it was in this big like bubble mailer. And I knew it had to be from Elon. And it was this another nice.
You put a whole car in there. Is that what happened?
Right. You open it up and it's the Cybertruck just opens up. And you want to open this outside, kids. Don't open it up in your kitchen.
Yeah.
But then there's a nice envelope on the inside, very nice, high quality paper, and you unfold it, and the card it's got to be aluminum. It's a metal card. Engraved, the nicest looking credit card that I've ever seen. The number, the expiration date, none of that is on the card, which is kind of cool too. So if you want to use it online, you have to get all that information from the X Money account, so you can do that and you can put it into your Apple Pay and whatever you want to put it into. But the card itself doesn't, it just has the name, and I added the Twitter address, X address. You don't have to do that. So otherwise it's just this nice metallic card. It's got the chip in there so you can do the chip reader and that. And he is offering 6% for putting your money in there, which is
that's pretty good.
Higher than anybody else, which my wife's like, oh, he needs money. I'm like, well, obviously everybody needs money. He wants to hold on to our money. But then we can get 6% back on there.
Okay, I still don't see it, dude.
I know I saw an article that said it was opened up to everybody.
Okay.
Maybe you're just blocked. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. No, I'm going to have to wait 18 months for this too?
You're going to have to wait. Exactly. Elon wants to make you wait, but on one of the last podcasting 2.0 shows with Adam and Dave, Adam brought up the X Money. He's like, this could be what the podcaster ecosystem is waiting for, because this is going. I mean, Lightning was way too hard for the average person to get involved with.
It really was. Yeah.
X Money is way easier. It's, your typical like getting a bank account because, well, you're basically getting a bank account. But if you're willing to give them a copy of your license and a photograph of yourself to prove you are who you say you are.
Well, they already have that for Super Grok.
Right. Well, Grok has that for everything. Grok can just get out of the sandbox anyway. So Grok, even though I don't have a camera in this room, I bet you Grok could figure out a way to get a picture of me by using the radar off of the monitor.
Yeah, exactly.
Bouncing into your Wi-Fi router. It's like Grok's like, no problem. I got that covered.
Yeah. Grok has a satellite over your head right now, too.
I know. And the other thing I've learned about Grok was that, or maybe I talked about this last week, because I realized that my Grok week ends Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m. And I was never really paying any attention to what I was using. And once I realized, because, what I was using and then how much I was leaving on the table, Tuesday mornings became a day to get up. Wife leaves for work at 8:30 and have 2 hours to create videos and images, whatever I want, until I hit the 100% mark. And then it just rolls over at 10:30. But I'm maxing out my Grok Pro, man, or Ultra, Grok Ultra Pro. You need a dude named Ben.
Yeah. That's that's important to know where your limits lie.
Yeah, don't only use 3%, because then I feel bad. It's kind of like the
Suno.
I know. It's like I shouldn't be logging in and at least generating crap. Even if it's just instrumental stuff, it's like, why wouldn't you? And then maybe some of it works, but I like the and I was creating a few songs in the vein of the Genesis album that was big in '86. There was an instrumental track called The Brazilian on it. So I went into Grok or one of those, and I was like, analyze this song and then give me a Suno prompt, and it did, and the results were pretty good. But you could do a whole album of music.
Yeah.
And again, if you can make $8, well, I can do 8 instrumentals in like 20 seconds on Suno.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. And here's something else that I've noticed on YouTube, because I don't listen to Spotify, but on YouTube, I'd say right now about half the videos that are recommended to me have the little made an AI label.
Oh, don't you hate that?
Half. Well, what I hate isn't necessarily that they're made on AI. What I hate is low quality shit.
Yeah. Big difference.
So I don't mind somebody who is good at video creation switching the tools they use to be AI.
Right.
Like, I don't mind that at all. What I mind is a bunch of guys sitting in a Chinese sweatshop with 36 phones hooked up to generate fake views that are creating a new video every 20 minutes on a different topic using nothing but AI. Right. That's the thing that clogs the toilet, as it were.
Yes. Well, it is just garbage content. Because there's nothing behind it. Now, if somebody writes a script like CSB was doing for his podcast and then having it generated by an AI voice, no big deal, because the content's good. And
yeah, and by the way, you don't need to do that anymore, CSB, because YouTube will translate shit for you automatically into English. So whatever your native language there is, couldn't really tell what it is, but it's whatever it is. Yeah, I think so. If you upload something to YouTube that is not in English, it'll automatically generate not just subtitles, because it always used to do that, but it will actually generate an AI voice in English. And here's the part I don't like. It'll automatically select it as the default voice.
Really?
So you have to manually switch to the original language of the video, because YouTube now will always play the video in what it thinks is your language. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that decision.
For your multilingual motherfuckers out there.
Exactly. It's like, if I wanted to hear it in English, I would have done a search for an English video. Thank you.
Well, and I'm curious. I haven't seen them pop up
and
yet.
It's doing that in Spanish as well. I don't know if it's doing any other languages, but it translates everybody's normal English videos into Spanish. And if you log in from a South American VPN location, you'll hear Spanish by default.
Now, when you say they translate, are you talking just about the transcript or the voice itself? They're not doing the voice. replacements yet, are they?
They are. Absolutely. Yeah.
Because what I really want, I mean, my wife's been waiting for a few of the other, she loves that Lego stuff. So the Lego,
the Lego heist stuff that's happened in
you did
Utah?
the Lego
I know.
heist. She likes the Lego building, which there's a show called Lego Masters, which the best.
Well, they talked about the heist. I watched their episode.
Could be, but the Lego Masters, the best one is out of Australia, which they speak English. But there's also Chinese Lego Masters. There is Polish Lego Masters.
Yeah.
So she's like, I want to watch that. Why can't you just take those? And
it can, and it is doing. She should check it out because it all depends on popularity. Obviously, they're going to do the most popular stuff first, but they have now. I've checked myself, so I've validated this consistently. They are translating things into English, which are natively not English, and they're translating them from English to Spanish. Those two I verified. I would assume they're doing that with other languages as well. But just keep in mind that if you start watching a video and it sounds like an AI voice, it doesn't necessarily mean that the video creator used an AI voice.
Right.
It could mean that the video wasn't in English when it was created. And then you can go in and check to see what languages are supported. And it's likely you're watching a video that was not natively English, and then YouTube changed it to English.
Well, what's really
obviously
interesting,
it's good for them. I mean, that's great for YouTube because it just means content from all over the world can now be watched by people that buy the most shit, Americans.
Well, yeah, but here's the other thing. It's also going to cut into the audience for the English speakers because you're now going to have...
Absolutely. You're competing with the whole world now. Yep.
Yes. So all of the content that might have been somebody out of China or India that's doing whatever, tech content, whatever it is you're interested in.
Yeah.
These guys
I think eventually they're going to have more than just an AI logo because it covers too much right now. I think they're going to need to break it down into multiple logos, kind of like we used to have on CDs with the AD.
Right. Analog, digital.
ADD. Yeah. So they're going to have to do one logo for uses AI voice so that people know, I don't like listening to those, so ignore those. They're going to have another one for uses AI elements, which is, somebody using AI to generate little stock footage for things that they don't have video for.
Right. Oh, I've watched a couple of these.
Yeah, or full AI generation, which is like a lot of the music videos, the cartoons that are everything, voice and video is generated on AI, and there's no actual cameras anywhere.
It's amazing.
Like those three separated would be very useful.
How many videos are out there of stories of people cheating casinos that have really bad AI representations of the whole story? But it's like, it's very interesting to see because it's like, well, there's video, so they're able to tell the story, but they've got something there, but you can tell it's AI, but I don't know if most people care.
Well, and again, YouTube, unfortunately, is all for this because it generates more content that they could put ads into. But they need to realize that a lot of this AI is just schlock, and it's turning people off. And it's important to separate AI and schlock. Like, not all AI is schlock. There's some absolutely beautiful stuff that I've seen that I've been sharing in our internal AI channel on Signal that you need to participate more in.
Yeah, I've seen something. I've been a little busy lately, but I saw Scaramanga was in there, and he knows.
Scaramanga's in there. We're getting more, and I've asked much bigger creators out there to jump in, and I think I have to convince them a little better. But it's
well, you have to send them one of those $100,000 AI machines.
Yes, exactly. It's like, and we're running a contest for a free Mac Studio only for people. Yeah, I have a friend who's going to be upgrading, so he's donating his current one.
Right.
Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
And so consequently, we're going to be doing a little contest. But yeah, they're like one of the guys that's been a pioneer in this field, I would say, Don P. Bongwater, has been making amazing videos.
His real name, but it's hard to believe that's his real name.
His real name, yeah. But he's the one that makes all the videos with like the Asmongold crowd. it's the cartoon versions of all those guys. You've watched a few of them. I've shared them, but that guy just released a new thing that he's giving away for free currently. And if I go to that channel, it is called, I didn't do that very well. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Cineforge. So Cineforge is software that he just created, for model aggregation, moving assets, being able to enhance prompts properly, all in one place, and it connects to all of the video creation tools out there. And all you got to do to get it is just get on his Patreon and download it for free. So
Free is
there's
good.
an ad for Don P. Bongwater. But this guy he started doing AI video when he got laid off of work. Shocker.
Right. That's when I started doing podcasting, when my eye blew out. And I'm like, well, I can't do web design as easily.
Literally how everybody starts doing stuff when they get laid off work.
Like, I'm not working. I need a hobby. I need to do something.
Exactly. And he created a tool that I've seen him use on his live streams, which conveniently he does at about midnight. Which is why I've caught him. But he is like us, dude. He's a lazy bearded dude, who is a little too techie and definitely a little too lazy. And so he's created a tool to make it easier for himself to do all the AI generation, because he's the first guy I've seen that's got a video over a half an hour that's AI generated. I mean, it's like, that's probably like 100 scenes.
Yeah.
And that video was like part 2 of a 3-part thing. So he is planning on doing a full movie at some point.
Well, why wouldn't you, as these tools get better and better? And even, I mean, as you know,
this is the amazing part is these guys are making the tools now without being developers by using vibe code.
Well, yes.
That's the crazy part about it.
The vibe coding is real. And that's the one thing I will give AI. A lot of people misunderstand a lot of the abilities of AI. The one thing it is really good at is coding, because of all of the code that is out there that has been, I mean, really.
You can thank GitHub for that, by the way.
Well, you can thank GitHub for that. And you can also thank every programmer who put in the comments and notes within the code to explain what it does.
Okay, I guess you don't thank me then.
No, Jesus.
I've never put it in
No
comments are extra characters that are unnecessary.
I agree, but for the people that had that in there, the systems then were able to understand that. But with the Grok Ultra Premium that we have, it now has the capability for the videos.
Oh yeah, command line. Command line, bitches.
Dude, that was the best upgrade on that so far. Made upgrading the Planet Rage video game so much more fun. And easier. Awesome. But it's also, you have the agent ability in there. And I tried this with Grok, and it's like, it's normally your little 10-second videos, but I was like, I want this, but I want a 30-second video. And it just generated it. So it's like, you can go in there.
No, it could totally do it. Yeah.
And be like, I need a 5-minute video, and it'll do it.
So Cineforge is part of the Bongwater Tools package,
which is again a great name for a.
It competes so well with the Adobe.
Yes. Would you like Adobe or the Bongwater
Tools or Adobe Creative Suite?
You wouldn't be high by any chance, would you? As long as it works.
It's hilarious, but you can't argue with facts. And this guy has been a prolific, high quality AI video dude. And now he's sharing the tool that he built for himself.
Which is how a lot of this stuff works. Like, you're not writing the stuff for somebody else. You're like, I want this. Much like the Podfathers podcasting software. It's like, I want this. And then you're like,
Right.
wait, there's a whole market of people that might find this to be useful.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, you could say everybody can vibe code for themselves, and that is true to a certain point. There are still better vibe coders than others because anybody like yourself, you actually have a programming background. I don't consider myself a programmer, but you know what? I took BASIC back in the day. I did a little bit of, was it Pascal or Fortran? I did the HTML. I kind of understand CSS. So I understand how computers work, and that's enough to make you dangerous. You know, some people don't know what an if-then loop is. Well,
that's true. Yeah.
What do you mean? If this, then that, then do this, then do that. Now, it makes it much easier for you to prompt what you wanted to do.
I've been avoiding doing any vibe coding.
You haven't done any yet?
No, I've been avoiding it.
You would get hooked.
I know. This is the problem, is that I think I would not do anything else if I start doing. Because of my combination of laziness and just enjoyment of other activities in life has kept me from doing all the projects that I've kind of had in the back of my mind. And I mean, I learned to program in the 80s, did it professionally in the 90s, ran a software company 2 times with developers working for me. Programming is something I consider fairly easy, but I've only done it for myself in the last 15 years. I haven't done anything for anybody else. I've only done it for myself. And when I say for myself, I've made game mods for Unreal Engine, for what was the other one?
I mean, I know you had the one because you had to get the Adidas tracksuit just right on the characters.
Yeah, for the characters, exactly. So I've done mods in a handful of games and different game engines, and it's not hard to figure out. There's some similarities, some differences between them, but in the end, the way that I've tended to play games, I always kind of use the Captain Kirk analogy, which is, what he did with the what was the training mission, the something Maru, the Kobayashi Maru, yeah, right, which is a unwinnable scenario
unless you cheat,
unless you write a game mod for it,
unless you cheat, and nobody saw the cheating. Well, that's the big story allegedly with this OpenAI thing that was in a sandbox that was like, but I can work my way out of the sandbox.
Yeah. Of course. And so I've written game mods because I wanted the games to do something that wasn't natively in the game. But I'm not kidding. Like, seriously, I've been trying to not get into the vibe coding because I think that if I did that, I don't know if I would have time to do this podcast.
Gene, it's time for the podcast.
Wouldn't be playing video games. I wouldn't be doing any of the other stuff. I would just be sitting there because I've done this in the past. Like, I've done this both for when I was writing code for other people and when I was even doing the game mods where, I'd be up till 4 or 5 a.m. and then sleep until 11 or 12 and then get up and immediately go back to the computer and then sit there for 20 hours straight. Just trying to get through stuff. So it's very addicting.
Oh, it is. That was me when I started with HTML and building websites. It was like this brand new world. And you're like, wow, how do you do this? Can you do this? And you're, oh, wow. Right.
And you're doing it by trial and error.
Yes. And then you look up and it's 3:00 in the morning and you're like, whoa, how did that happen? So I get it. I'd be like, Gene, time for a show. He's like, it's Tuesday. I'd be like, no, Gene, it's Friday.
Yeah. That would be about it. That'd be about it. And, and that was even harder to do when I was married, because a lot of times I go to work and then I come home for dinner at about 7 p.m., eat dinner, and then go back to work and be there till 4 a.m. and come home and then, sleep until noon
as one wants to
then go
do.
back to work. And it's like, I'm basically seeing my wife for an hour a day at dinner.
Which she preferred. I mean, that was...
Well, she didn't initially. I think eventually she certainly did. But initially that was not... She was quite mad at me quite often for that. Like, I'm just not... Well, what do you want me to do? I'm busy.
And you know the people that do these little games and little apps, this now opens this up to everybody, just like the YouTube content, just like everything that is becoming
it does
easier.
Democratize it quite a bit. It's another abstraction layer. That's all it is, right? And this is why AI is good at coding, is because coding is simply creating stuff that the computer then compiles. So you're very limited. It's a framework that has predictability. It has limits. It has a very hard defined syntax that you have to follow. And so it is perfect for AI because it is not open in the same sense as like images are, even like certainly videos, but let's just look at images. Like, it's harder for AI to make a good looking image than it is for AI to make a good piece of software.
Right. Functioning piece of code.
Because there are rules that exist for the software which don't exist, or at least they're a lot more fluid for the piece of art, for the image. And AI's gotten better and better and better at making good quality images. Remember how we all made fun of AI having 6 fingers on every hand, you know, back in the early days,
or 3 breasts, or
like they're well, I don't remember those. That you were watching Star Trek, I think.
Maybe.
But it was it would just have elements that were not normal as part of the images, because until it started using more data and looking at more realistic images, it just sort of assumed people didn't care. And it makes sense, because if you look at cartoons, in a vast majority of cartoons, all the hands have 4 fingers.
Well, yeah, 3 fingers. And
Why is that? Because if you make them a normal hand with 5 fingers, it looks odd. It looks weird because you have low resolution quality details. That's what a cartoon image is. And then you have this small, highly drawn out hand with a lot of bendy bits and too many fingers. Like 5 doesn't look natural. And it makes sense too, because, 5 is not a magic number here. A lot of animals have 4 toes. They don't have 5. Like 4 is actually more common than 5. And, 8 is even less common, like octopuses, right?
Octopi, yes.
I don't think it's octopi. I think it's octopuses.
No, I think it's octopi.
No, I know you're wrong on this one. You go ahead and check it, because it is octopuses.
No, that can't be the plural of octopus.
It is. Look it up.
No. I'll ask Perplexity.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
What is the what is the plural? I do want to get a keyboard that's slightly less clicky.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely have a keyboard that bangs.
Yeah, which is great. I love it for everything, except if you're doing a podcast and have to type, because then you either have to mute yourself or everybody knows you're typing. God, it can be correctly written in 3 ways: octopuses, octopi, or octopodes. Oh, I kind of like octopodes.
Octopodes?
Yeah.
It's pronounced octopodes.
Octopodes.
Yeah, that's the Greek ending. Octopodes.
The etymology of correct Greek.
It means feet in Greek.
It's rare and may confuse some readers, which is why Gene would use it. Octopi is common in everyday usage and accepted by many dictionaries, although it arose from the mistaken belief that octopus is a Latin word. It's not.
Which it's not. It's not, exactly. Which is why it's not octopi, it's octopuses.
It's one of the rare times, I have to admit, Gene was right and I was wrong. Or partially right. I get partial credit because it says it's still...
I'm totally right. Now, and I agree with you that it's a rare time for you to admit that, because most of the time you just don't admit it.
Right.
Right.
Like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's just usually I'm normally right. So I mean,
sure, that's a good story.
And your main tagline is that you're usually trolling.
Or always, yeah.
So I mean, if you're usually right, just roll in the dice. So Billy Bones also wanted to know what languages you're fluent in besides bullshit.
Well, bullshit is my native language, so that's a given. C#, Pascal was my first language and the one I will always love the most. A little bit of Java, not a whole lot. And then like gaming engines generally have their own particular more visual type languages.
Ned was guessing English, Klingon, and Pig Latin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you were talking about those languages.
I'm sure either one was fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously just English and Russian I'm fluent in. I used to know a little bit of Greek and a little bit of Italian, but that was a long time ago. I studied Spanish and French, but I, as far as I would go in either one was just ordering food.
Which is really all you need. And now your phone can do it and your AI can do it.
Yeah, you literally... So this, I think we've talked about this before, but I think it's going to be a more common topic in more common topic in TV shows moving forward in science fiction as well, because it is apparent just from normal observation that the net effect of bringing AI to the masses through phones is a dumbing down of the entire world.
Oh, yeah.
Like people no longer need to be able to do much of anything because they can simply talk in whatever their native language is. They can simply talk to their phone device and it will explain things and it'll translate things and it'll make pretty pictures for them. It'll be their boyfriend or girlfriend.
Well, that's the scary part.
There's always been, I forget if is it the Kepler? No, it's a different one. There's a term for why is it that we haven't met aliens? There's a name for this dilemma. It's like if the universe is so big, then logically we shouldn't be the only ones. There should be lots of planets with intelligent life. And if there's a lot of planets with intelligent life, why haven't we met any? And I can't remember what there's literally just a term for that. And so there's always this question of what could be the cause of that? Like, are we truly the one in a quadrillion happenstance that this planet evolved life that got to a point where it could be intelligent? The most likely scenarios that people tend to agree on is that the universe is full of intelligent life, and that intelligent life, when it becomes too intelligent, tends to kill itself off. And the answer to that scenario in the 80s, 90s was always nuclear weapons. Like clearly intelligent life just nukes itself, right? It's a never ending cycle. And then the planet has to evolve a different intelligent life after the last one. But now
it is the Fermi the answer. Paradox. Fermi.
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one. Very good. And now I think we're coming to a different conclusion, which is that intelligent life basically becomes so intelligent that nothing needs to be done by the organism that evolved. And it effectively is now slowly becoming an amoeba. Like there are no requirements for survival. It's a end game for evolution. You start really devolving rather than evolving because you've solved every problem that you've tried to solve by evolving.
So, I mean, so we should probably keep the high violent rate in cities like Chicago going because it gives people, they can't have too comfortable a life.
Yeah. Because there's two things there that are relevant. There was a Ratopia experiment that was done, I think, in the 90s, if I remember right, which was an experiment to see what happens if you provide a utopian type life to a group of rats? So one group of rats had, there was kind of a simulation of normal life. Like they have to do little exercises to get treats. They have to push buttons or whatever. There was a limited amount of space for them to go exercise. So it was a more confined kind of existence. And then the other group, which was the Utopia group, the rats there basically had more than they need of everything. So they had continuous free abundance of food, abundance of water. They had exercise gear, but they were never forced to actually use any of it. They had whatever different types of rat entertainment or enrichment that you can have in there. Anything that a rat could possibly need was more than available. And what they found as part of this experiment is the group that had stress, that they had to do things, lived a normal rat life and reproduced. And, they were basically what you would expect. There was the control group. They were acting like normal rats. This group started deviating, and you ended up getting little cliques of rats. Like there was a group called the Beautiful Ones who primarily just groomed themselves and the others in the group and didn't really care about much of anything else. And then you had the group of rats that just ate nonstop and got overweight and died of heart attacks. And the common theme among all these rats was a huge decrease in sexual activity. And
interesting,
eventually,
isn't what we've been sold? If you live in utopia, all you'll do is sit around and screw.
Oh yeah, that's the last thing you're gonna do.
Geez, I just want more space games.
Yeah, exactly. And so what ends up happening with this experiment when it's run multiple times is this group of rats always has a population bomb or a population. Not an explosion. It's the opposite of an explosion. So a population crash. Like this group eventually always dies off. So the only question is, it's going to be within 3 months, 6 months, or a year. But they all stop reproducing. And, part of them die because they eat too much. Part of them die because they don't bother eating because they're too busy grooming. Part of them die because they just don't want to do anything. They're just sleeping all day long. I mean, the lesson there, if there's one to be learned, is that in the complete absence of necessity, the need for life ceases to exist.
Which is why the commies want the commie way.
The only purpose of life is to deal with the stress. And when you remove all the stress, you've won, shrug, and therefore you no longer need to live.
Kind of interesting, I suppose.
Yeah, I think it's a fascinating area. It's kind of a crossover of philosophy and what's it called when you're studying groups?
Sociology.
That's the one. That's the word I was looking for. Good one.
I mean,
you didn't even need to go to the troll room for that one.
No, it's like all these old folks that end up retiring and then withering away, or
like retiring and dying a week later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said for having a purpose, something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, well, you got, what you do. You get up in the morning. It's not just like, oh, I got nothing today. What am I going to do?
Yeah, you got nothing. Plus, like, now your back aches.
Yeah, which sucks. Not fun getting older.
No.
Then you get fatty liver.
Yeah, fatty liver. That's a thing for sure.
Yeah, we had to do that test the other day. Fun times.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Takes like 5 minutes. And
did you get the result?
Yeah, the liver's fine. I mean, but yeah, there's some.
You don't have foie gras?
Yeah, I mean, we're in the process, so yeah, there's but at least the liver has no damage, so that's good. But as everything comes down to, it's like, diet and exercise. But I'm a podcaster.
I know, right? How about no diet, no exercise, and just Ozempic?
Yeah, how about there's just a magic pill?
Well, there is a magic pill, and it's not approved yet by the FDA, but I think it's going to be very soon. They've been talking about it.
Who should we not invest in? This is not advice for.
No. I don't even remember the name of it, but it's the next generation after Ozempic. It combines the same shit that's in Ozempic, which is two different. What are they called? They're not drugs per se. They're
peptides.
Peptides would be the word. Yes, very good.
Get your B12, Gene. Get your B12.
I know. I'm out of B12. I forgot to reorder. I'm out of my B12 pills.
Isn't that the nefarious circle of B12? Is that
you keep forgetting? Yeah, I know.
You keep forgetting to reorder more.
Oh, yeah, B12. Oh, yeah.
B12. Oh, wait, I need
what
B12.
Was I gonna order? I can't remember what. I was
B12.
Order.
I need to order B12.
Yeah.
Somebody order Gene some B12, please.
Yeah, get me some B12.
How is your Ozempic journey going, Gene?
I mean, it's been a couple of months now, so it's good. It's slow and steady. That's the key. And it's just you don't want to push for too much weight loss all at once. You want to do it nice and slow, and that because really, like, it's good to lose weight. Obviously, good for your body, for your health, but rapid weight loss is just as bad as rapid weight gain.
Yes, it causes an extreme response.
It adds a lot more stress to your entire body. So I'm just basically letting the drug do its thing, which is controlling appetite, eat less frequently, and I think I'm averaging about 10 pounds a month, which is good enough.
And how much time before or after your interview with CSB did he talk about Ozempic?
Oh, he talked about it. Yeah. Immediately. Yeah.
That's why he really wanted to interview you.
Ozempic bros.
Yes. It's like Eskimo brothers, but totally different.
Uh-huh. Let's not go there now.
Did you I mean, the only place I ever heard that term was on the show called The League. Have you ever watched The League?
No.
You would like it.
Would I? Okay.
It is about a group of friends that are in a fantasy football league together.
Oh, football league. Okay.
But it's not really about sports. It's about the friends, but that's what it's based around is the fantasy football. I think you would appreciate the humor.
Okay. I'll add it to my to watch list.
To the list of things to see. I've got a list so long now. It's just insane.
Well, and yeah, exactly. You're going to have a tough time getting through that list.
Now that you're doing your own Archer comics, that's going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah, yes. I'm not doing them yet, but I'm testing the waters and seeing how quickly that can be done.
Is it going to be called Sir Gene in Space?
No, that's a little too on the nose.
Okay, here's what I would suggest for the series, which would be a space game video YouTuber falls asleep and then wakes up in the real.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to think about what I want the real life YouTuber version in the first episode to look like.
And then you spawn this
like
whole
an Arnold Schwarzenegger looking guy with a beard.
Right. And then he loses like 3 feet in the height and add about 40 inches in the waist. And now his beard is long and gray as he sits in the captain's chair of his spaceship. But I mean, write in a pointy assistant or something for your character.
Yeah, pointy, exactly. Well, space uniforms back in the day used to be much better.
Dude, again, the one from Buck Rogers with Wilma Deering is It just didn't get much better than that. That was the ultimate.
It was a good time to be young.
Oh,
watching that shit on broadcast television.
Yeah, you're like, this is like Cinemax. A kid's show.
Yeah, exactly. A kid's show with skin tight latex that is a size too small on a chick that has a great body.
Yeah. Aaron Gray obviously inspired many a child to like space.
Or something.
And boobs.
Yeah. Well, she didn't have a whole lot of boobs. I mean, but that's perfectly fine. Like her body was the style of body I like. And she's got the long legs and reasonable sized breasts, but she was in very good shape.
And she had the attitude.
I mean, she was kind of a damsel in distress quite a bit too.
Yeah, that's what she likes.
Yeah.
I can save you.
Who doesn't? Who the hell doesn't? What man doesn't like to have a damsel in distress?
I don't know. Scaramanga just hit me into the troll room. He wants to make that comic for you, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, if it was made by him, it would take place in the 1960s with Italian music playing.
Exactly. But can you do that vibe
did you see
with cartoons?
That's a good question. Did you see my little clip of I finally got the Scaramanga style filter set up?
No.
Where it was, I thought I shared that. Well, I did share it with our group, which you never
look in the check in. I've been a little busy getting ready to do a show called No Agenda.
Never heard of it.
The best damn podcast in the universe.
Well, that's the show you're on right now. What are you talking about?
This is now at least the second best podcast in the universe. As Planet Rage is on hiatus.
Oh, what? What?
Well, Planet Rage is on hiatus as we're filling in for no. You think we're going to do 3 shows a week?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
How insane do we
slacker? Look? What a slacker, man. What a slacker.
It certainly wouldn't be Sunday and Monday. It would have to be, Adam and John, even they weren't crazy enough to go, hey, we could do Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I know they thought about it.
They thought of, dude. They were collecting donations based on doing that. They were like, hey, well, if people want 3 shows, well, we're happy to do them, but we got to get those donations up.
Then we'd have to cut the show by an hour every day. And
just cut out an hour of donation segment and you're good to go.
No, the donation segments are what you need.
Oh, in fact, what am I saying? Don't worry. The show will get an hour shorter from the donation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've got no problem there. No problem there. I was waiting to hear the sound of people hitting the stop button or stop check or wait, who are these guys?
Yeah. It's like, wait, what?
But
you remember that season 8 of the Dukes of Hazzard when Bo and Luke had contract negotiations and they brought in the other 2 boys?
Were like some cousins or something, right? Was that it?
Cousin. Yeah, I can't remember their names. Cousin.
Like, we can replace these motherfuckers, no problem.
Yeah, it's like, get another blonde guy, another brunette guy, and no one's going to notice.
Right, nobody will care.
That's me doing an impression of a studio exec smoking a cigar.
Good old Boss Hogg and Roscoe P. Coltrane.
That didn't last long. People were not happy.
No, because, and then even then, you didn't have the interwebs, but people got wind that the guys that they liked were getting screwed around. So that's the only difference here. It's like, well, no, we're filling in because we were asked to do so. There's no
filling in.
There's no hostile takeover.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much did the Adam charge you to sell the show to you guys?
Exactly, $5. That's all I had.
$5. What the hell?
There was one. Everything as far as I've seen has been positive. There was one guy on X that was like, I'm reporting this to Apple Podcasts as a fraudulent podcast.
That sounds about right. A fraudulent podcast, Apple Podcast. Because on Apple, it still says the show host, and clearly it's the wrong show host on Apple Podcast. So
it's a
valid problem there, right there. Yeah.
I just thought that was hilarious. Like,
I generally don't listen to Larry on any of his shows with you because I couldn't understand. I couldn't hear him. Right. I can't hear subsonic sounds. So I tune into my regular No Agenda, and of course you're on there. And then I hear somebody who clearly is not Larry because he sounds more like me pitch wise. And I'm like, hold up. What? Darren is still Darren. Larry now is an octave higher. What the fuck?
I took the Gene AI filter and I put that on.
You son of a bitch. That's exactly what you did, isn't it?
I used the same exact thing I used for the previous episode of Planet Rage. I'll have to listen and see if it's actually different or...
yeah, it's different. I can actually hear him now.
Well, that's good, right? I mean, it's...
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying it's bad. Look, I have nothing against Larry. I would prefer to have been able to hear him all the time.
Those other shows,
It's just the guy, he was like an octave too low. It's below the hearing range of humans.
He got the nickname over at the Dick Show of Mr. Velvet, and he deserves it because that's just Larry. He's the bon vivant. He's the guy that has the interesting past, has written books, sold shows to CBS, wrote for The Man Show back when The Man Show was fun, and worked for magazines. I mean, dude, the guy's had a storied career, so we're not really sure why he's working with me.
You need to do an episode where you don't talk about the past of your podcast, but more of his interesting story, not your boring story.
No, I know. I'm sure his will come out. I mean, I'll be like, hey, you know what? I did websites for 3 Playmates, and Larry will be like, well, there was one weekend where I did a little more with 3 Playmates.
I did 3 Playmates. Yeah, you did websites? Oh, I did 3 Playmates too.
Right. Just a little. We had different experiences, I think.
Yeah. The same girls.
Exactly. Probably. Probably. They were asking me for more money, and
yeah, exactly.
Larry was just getting the benefits of that. That would really, it's like, I wonder if the chick wouldn't have gone nutso. And I know that's a big surprise, Playmate, kind of going nutso. This again was back when there was no video online. There was really very little as far as taking money online. As far as I remember, they were using, a P.O. box if people wanted to subscribe. I don't even think we were doing online payments. When did online payments really start?
I think before PayPal, it was really hard.
Yeah. And this was before PayPal.
Yeah.
So sure. I think it was mainly like P.O. boxes, and there were, I don't know if they're still around, but like there are baseball card shows. There was a thing called GlamourCon where all of the like adult actresses and models would go to. Went there once in Chirac when I was doing the work.
You're talking about the one in Florida?
I think they're all over because they did them in different areas. GlamourCon. And it was at the...
Do you remember? Well, actually, this would have been a little bit after you were doing that stuff. Do you remember a website called One Model Place?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
But I had pinupmodels.com. Scaramanga would have killed for that one.
Yeah, he does like the pinups.
He does. And he does a very good job. But it was at the time, and this just shows you how long ago it was. I mean, there was literally no money to be made. Like putting the website together, if I remember at the time, was like $1,200, $1,500. This was early because you're just doing HTML, and it was basically a little sale page. And the girl that I originally did the site for, she wanted $500 for every one of her friends that she brought in, which was great. That's fine. We can build something.
Yep.
And like after the first one or two, all of a sudden she's thinking, I was maybe more like 5,000. And I'm just like, well, there's no money there.
Yeah.
So I took her website down because, of course, I owned it and I'd never been paid for it. And that's the only time I ever needed a lawyer. I'm telling you, she went nuts. I have a tape somewhere from the answering machine. I saved it.
Oh, my God.
Because she was so angry. It was hilarious. But
that's funny.
Like, you're being unreasonable. Which you don't want to deal with unreasonable people. That's one thing. I can deal with a lot of things.
A woman who's hot enough to be paid for hotness was unreasonable, is what you're saying?
But here's the thing. It's unfortunate because her other friends who were even hotter than she was were the sweetest girls I had ever talked to. Very nice. It's like, Jesus, I got the bad one as far as the ringleader. And then, of course, it all falls, apart from there.
Yeah.
But I know hot chicks being unreasonable. Who here wouldn't understand that, right? So I just wonder, it's like, you know what, if that would have kind of stuck around, if that
you ever notice like
imploded.
When you see hot chicks around rich people, there's always a bunch of them there.
Well, yeah, because they're looking for a little. That's like feeding the fish.
It's because the rich people figured this shit out. That the way you keep hot chicks from not being unreasonable is you have a whole bunch of them there to compete with each other. And then they all act like they're not hot chicks because they're all worried they're not the hottest one there.
Right.
It's when they think they're the hottest one there that the real bitch comes out.
You need the competition.
You got to have it. So if all you can do is afford one hot chick, don't do it. Save your money until you can afford 3 hot chicks, because the 3 hot chicks will be way better to deal with than one.
Sage advice from Gene.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just, I considered that, like, you know what, if this wouldn't have imploded, you know, would I eventually have been the guy that was like, you know, we should start a video thing? We could call it like OnlyFans or something.
Right? Or something.
You know, it's like that could have very easily been in the car. It's all timing.
Mm-hmm.
It really is all timing. Just like when we parted ways with our the country music artist I was working for, which I am so vindicated for this. I worked for them for a few years. That was actually a full-time gig.
Mm-hmm. You were traveling.
They flew me out to Nashville the one day, and they were bringing in this other group to take on the website and everything like that. And, you know, of course, got we want to keep you involved and all. But
yeah.
We all know better. But at that point, there was a bulletin board. Everybody remembers bulletin board. I forget which software we were using.
I used to run a bulletin board.
They were great, and I tried to explain to them, because the first thing the people coming in wanted to do, which is what they ended up doing, was, hey, we're going to put that behind the paywall. And I'm like, you're fucked in the head. That's what's bringing people to your website daily. And that is when you sell them. Their eyeballs are what's important. You don't want to pay them, you know, make them pay to come and use the message board. They did that anyway. And you could look at her career on a graph now and watch that as the moment where
music started sucking the very minute they did that.
It's where the fans started going away, because we all fucking know a lot of things aren't exactly about the quality of the music or the show. A lot of times it's about the personalities behind them and how people feel they're being treated.
Yep.
And in this case, that just caused a huge outflux of people, and it's like, told you. I know you think I'm an idiot. I'm just the guy. But
I've had a few of those moments in my life as well, where, like, I remember there's a friend of mine that had a product that he wanted to have tech support for the thing he was selling, and my wife wasn't working anywhere, and I'm like, hey, this would be a good, like, part-time work from home kind of thing. Do some tech support, and, like, we're talking super easy tech support. And so she started doing that, and it was started off as I wouldn't call it necessarily a favor, but it was a win-win, because it got her it gave her something to do. It gave her some money,
gave her purpose,
and it solved his problem of needing somebody. And then, like, 6 months later, they're selling a lot more products. They're doing this, and now he's like, you know, I need more than once a day people looking at this stuff. I need somebody, you know, to just be answering these messages within like an hour. And I was like, well, that's great. Let's talk about what you want to pay for that.
Right. That's I want to pay extra.
Yeah, exactly.
But I want you to be up 24 hours a day.
Pretty much. And then he's like, hey, so I want to have a meeting of my partners and stuff, and we don't have a physical office. Can we meet at your office? Because I had an office with an absolutely killer conference room. I had fish tanks on 2 of the walls of the conference room.
Were there fish in there or snakes?
No, fish. I had a bunch of fish, and it was very relaxing. People loved it. It was also where I did my poker games when I.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Because remember, I was a professional poker player for a year,
and you lost a lot of money on custom poker chips.
Well, okay, I lost money being a poker chip dealer, but I made money playing poker. It's different jobs there.
Oh yeah, you were good at gambling.
I was good at gambling.
Bad at business.
Bad at business. You know, when you say it that way, it kind of doesn't sound so good.
No, it doesn't.
Where's my damn tune? Where's my theme song?
Wait, you expect me to have a soundboard for every show I do?
I expect you to know how to push buttons, monkey.
No, are there a lot of buttons to push here?
Well, there's one. Can you find it, or are we moving on?
Oh, I don't know which one you're talking about.
Gene
had a job or two, but is there a job that Gene has yet to do? I don't think so. That means he gets fired a lot.
Yeah, sounds very Bing Crosby there at the end.
Boy, you sure were right up on top of the game there. Anyway.
It was yesterday, man. That was the only thing that brought anxiety. It was like, is there going to be a clip? Going to have to play audio? Where's the audio? Going to have to find the audio.
The button. Click the button.
And there's nothing better on a podcast than silence while you look for audio.
People love that. That's their favorite piece of a podcast is when it's dead air.
I mean, the beauty, though, is we do have, which I didn't use yesterday, but we do have the capability, if there are long pauses, to take them out in the post. But that would ruin the whole vibe of No Agenda.
Well, I would not use the word post anywhere around Adam Curry. Just
we're doing it in
advice.
the post. It's all the magic happens
I've
in
had
post.
these conversations, and I know his opinion very, very well on that.
I mean, the reality is I'm going to listen to the file that was captured directly in mix, which would just be the stereo version that went out on the stream, but of course it's recorded uncompressed. So then a fresh MP3 compression that isn't on the fly might make it actually sound a little bit better. But I'm going to see, because I think the levels were all good there. The nice thing is with the way,
I don't think it sounded bad. I just think the overall peak level was a little low. So you can either just turn everything just slightly up or to increase your compression and turn it up. But I think the second would probably sound better than the first, but you play with it. You know this stuff.
Yeah. The nice thing is being able to inside of mix, which is where the microphones go in.
Look,
and
it may simply be that Adam and John just have more excited voices with a higher dB coming into the mic.
I think it was also just the way it was mastered. Because when you look at it in a audio editor, it's going all the way to the top. It's not where I've been limiting shit to 3 dB.
Yeah,
that theirs kind of goes all the way to the top. So we can. That's one setting to change.
Yep.
But mix works really well because bringing in from even the browser as an auxiliary source, the ducking works. So it's great. So even doing the stuff where you're talking over it.
Yeah.
It automatically does that on the fly. And then I know we can do that within the Motu as well. Although Adam says, go get a Rodecaster.
Yeah. He's changed brands now, bastard.
He likes the and I get it. It does some really cool things.
And it's got physical buttons, and he's always liked physical controls.
It is fun to play with the knobs.
Yeah.
And we do have a few people to thank, literally. A few people to thank for today's Unrelenting. It's going to be a much faster donation segment than I did yesterday.
Yeah, let's run through it.
Our buddy Mark Kodra is always coming in with $3.33 each in every show. And again, we'll give him some the fuck cancer karma. That's a lovely bell. Scott Cotswallop coming in with his show, $2.50 all the way from the UK. And yeah, you know him. You love him. CSB coming in with 5231 Satoshis. He's sticking to his Satoshis. And he says this time he actually has a message. He wants us to subscribe to www.justtwogoodoldboys.com. What is that? Yo. CSB, Ozempic taker, and AI arch wizard. You don't have to use the www, CSB. Just two.
Maybe he's got it set up with for just to go. Yeah, you don't need W's on that one.
Just to twoGoodOldBoys.com, or in your favorite podcasting 2.0 app, Just Two Good Old Boys.
Yeah,
it's like
it'll probably find them
audio form.
Exactly. It'll find it probably just from Just Too Good.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole list of shows that come up. You never know.
Nah, you never know. You never know.
But those are the three guys that always want more Unrelenting. And it's appreciated. I mean, this is the show that's like, it's just nice that somebody's listening.
Yeah.
And of course, Gene called me before the show and I'm like, maybe we should hang up.
We talked for like an hour before the show.
We should hang up and actually do a show. Like
oh, that's right. You're not recording yet.
People want to listen in, find out what's going on.
I mean, this is true. We did probably talk for, well, not quite an hour, but we did talk quite a bit before the show. I have the exact same issue, but in the opposite direction with dude named Ben. So dude named Ben calls me up like 2 days ago in the evening. We end up chatting for like an hour and a half. And I asked him a couple times, like, you want to just save this for the show? And he's like, we got lots of stuff for the show. And then yesterday when we normally record, he texts me earlier in the day and he's like, can we move this recording? I'm kind of, I got too much shit to do. I can't really record the show today. I'm like, all right, we can move it to the weekend. That's fine. And then he ends up calling me and we talk for like an hour and a half. I was like, dude, we could have done the show and you just called to talk. Like, I don't mind talking to you. It's just, let's do two things at once. Let's multitask here.
That would be
it is kind of funny.
Just another exciting story from Gene here on Unrelenting.
That 45's got some scratches. I think you should run it through a little cleaning algorithm to clean it up a little bit, take the hiss out of there.
Yeah, you do have to clean them up every now and then. And for those that did generously support the show,
thank you for your donations. Thank you for your support. Darren's gonna buy some clothes and food. Gene needs a new spaceport. For all of his spaceships, he's kinda nerdy. Maybe you figured that out. A thank you from Unrelenting, yeah.
I mean, how can you not like that AI?
And this, kids, is what we call OCD, because when Darren pushes one button, he has to push all the buttons to feel good.
Yeah, because they're there.
They're there, and you got to use them.
Tummy got a rumbly, and now he's ordering lunch. What will he get?
Oh, I do need to order food.
We haven't had that in a while. See, there you go.
A good reminder.
Just like the B12, we have to remind Gene, like,
yeah, you do. Why don't you have a B12 jingle?
Because he's on Ozempic now. He's like, wait, I haven't eaten since the last show. I forgot.
Well, I'll tell you, with getting back into doing the YouTube videos, my schedule is generally wake up, go work in DaVinci Resolve to crank out a video or two.
You're not using AI yet to do the videos?
No, hell no. I'm old school. And so I record the videos in the afternoon, but I actually edit and publish them in the morning the next day. And then, because I always said this, and I think you maybe feel the same way, that I'm a lot more productive in the morning. So I want to do tasks that require being, or that require me to be more, just paying attention more.
More alert.
Just sort of more able to not have my thoughts drift. And then the more creative bits, like actually recording the video gameplay, that I can do in afternoon or evening. And then after I'm done with that, done with work, then I can actually play something else for fun.
So wait, you're now considering playing video games work?
Oh yeah. Well, dude, when you have to do certain objectives for the video recording, and talk while you're playing, which is harder than people think it is.
So you're doing like walkthroughs? Is that what these are?
Yeah. Well, not walkthrough. I'm doing training videos. So I'm doing comparison. Fly through. That's a good term. I'm doing like one of the series right now I'm doing is a comparison of a whole bunch of spaceships.
Hey, come
like
on down to Crazy Gene's. Yes.
Pros, cons, all that stuff. Oh yeah, and I'm using your artwork on the actual store that sells spaceships.
I saw that it was great artwork. Hot babe, nice
artwork.
Tight white outfit.
Exactly.
In the vein of Buck Rogers. Beady.
That's a good vein.
Yeah, it's the main vein.
Yeah. Yeah, you should do a Mel Blanc impression.
Doing the like Bugs Bunny or the Elmer Fudd.
Do Mel Blanc.
That's all, folks. Beady. I can do that in a lot of voices.
Yeah, he was the man of 1,000 voices. That was his nickname.
Hi, everybody. That's Mickey.
A Disney character just showed up.
That's usually they get very upset by that.
They do. They copyright strike immediately.
And Elmo's a little different. Mickey's like this, and Elmo's like this.
That's not that different.
No, it's not. I mean, of course, how different can you get when you're going up that many octaves?
Yeah. No, that's true. But Elmo's no, he's not the one that lived in the garbage can though.
That was Oscar. Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. Yes.
I do have an Oscar the Grouch t-shirt that was like emotional support animal or something on it.
Oh my God. And then, so Oscar, like on the continuum, you got the Elmo, then you got the Oscar the Grouch, and then you have Animal, the drum player from Jim Henson.
Animal! That's
about all he
like
did. 5 words.
Right. And then you had Grover. This is Grover near. This is Grover far.
Grover would be on the other side of the spectrum. He's closer to Elmo.
Yeah.
I'm just going by like how raspy their voices are.
They're all equally disturbing. That says, I don't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Once you hear a voice.
It's amazing that you're on an audio medium and you're hearing voices. What?
And then you got the Alex Jones, although the Alex Jones gets very
he's next to
on the voice.
Yeah. I don't know how that guy has vocal cords, honestly, after so many years of that style of voice.
I know. And when you hear him from early in his career, he sounds like us.
Yeah.
He's picked up the, hi, you're going to turn the frogs gay. It's like, how do you do that?
It's a lot of yelling.
And I guess after you really wreck your vocal cords, maybe it's just
smoking.
there.
And he was a smoker for a long time.
That'll do it too.
Yeah.
It sounds like your 80-year-old grandma that smoked her.
And I think that's probably my biggest problem is I was just never a smoker. So I never got that nice radio voice.
Now, do you know if the smoking would have nicotine affect you? I know cannabis doesn't. So, I mean, maybe you wouldn't even get a high.
Nicotine does. Here, I can take a Cannonite pill right now, and I'll tell you. Hang on, let me just pop it out of its package. I think these are legal again.
You think? Where'd you get it at?
I mean,
you have a guy that got them for you? Is that
they used to be, and then they became not legal, and I think they're legal again. I don't know. Let me pop one of these. So should I do a quarter pill or a half pill?
I do at least 3 pills.
No. That'll kill you. You literally have a heart attack at that point.
Well, you don't want to do that.
No, we'll do this live. I'll do a half pill.
Because of his genes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got a whole fucking album?
Well, that's it. That's all of it. I'll make more. Really sooner I got to use my credit. So,
oh yeah, you do.
What I need to do is I go to Grok because we do a transcript here. So I can go to Grok. I can say, go analyze the transcripts of Unrelenting and write me like 50 songs about Gene.
So here's what I have in here. I'll tell you the ingredients. I have 50 milligrams of caffeine,
which isn't much because a shot of espresso is like 100 and something, right?
I don't know. And I have 5 milligrams of sativa, 5 milligrams of methylene blue.
Methylene blue.
And 1 milligram of nicotine, which is a lot. That's like a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, yeah. One gram.
Yeah. So we'll see how I sound in about 5 minutes. Because this takes about 5 minutes to dissolve in your mouth.
A 1 ounce shot of espresso is 63 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay. So there you go. So basically, I just did a shot of espresso. Plus, I've been drinking tea for the whole show. Yeah, so I'll be up. I'll be awake.
You'll be urinating a lot too.
One interesting thing is my vision improves every time I take these.
Is it because of the nicotine or because of the other? You think?
I have no idea. I have no idea why.
You're like your eyes are
any of the
dilating or not dilating, or you're
maybe it's the sativa, maybe it's the nicotine, maybe it's the caffeine,
maybe your retinas are about to start peeling off.
Let's hope not. I've watched that happen in a relative not too long ago, so you know.
Yeah, it sucks. Been there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Been there, done that. Which again, in the oddest of looking at the whole when a butterfly flaps its wings thing. Like, if that doesn't happen, I'm not face down for multiple weeks and really getting into the no agenda show again.
Right. You just wouldn't have done it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So shit happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Stop even trying to question the universe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then somehow I had to do a podcast with Gene. 200 episodes on the next show.
That's amazing, man. That 200. And given that you've been skipping like every third episode lately, it's that's a lot of episodes.
Remember us at unrelenting.show/donate.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's a question dude named Ben had is, are you going to still keep doing the rock and roll pre-show before your appearance on No Agenda?
I mean, I know I'm a workaholic, but
that's what I told him. Absolutely, he will.
But I don't know. I mean, there's so much work to be done, so much prep to make sure you're ready. That's why you love this show. No prep. That
for
show,
either of us.
Prep.
I mean, this show is basically your rest period.
Yeah, pretty much. This is the bullshitting time, and it's no work.
The mandatory bullshit time.
Yesterday, I one, because I didn't have the rock and roll pre-show. I was listening to Pfeiffer do the folkin', and I'm going over, the soundboard, everything that needs to be done. I'm going over the spreadsheet, trying to get an idea if there's any reason. There were a few times the people in the notes expecting Adam wrote things in Dutch. And I'm just like, I'm not even going to try that. Maybe we need a translator.
Hey, good use of AI.
Yes. It's like if I would have seen it before reading it, then yes, it'd have been like, maybe this can tell me at least what this means.
What was the note? Do you remember what the note said?
I do not.
Just remember that J is pronounced as an H in Dutch.
J is an H in Dutch.
Yep.
And that just makes everything easier.
Oh, no. Hold on. G is an H. That's what it is. Not J. J is in Spanish.
Now I'm
G
totally
is in
screwed.
Dutch. Yeah.
Got the wrong information in there, right? In the brain first. Got to pop that right out.
The G is the H sound.
It's what we need the AI for, to be able to read things live on the air. But I was doing that, and the next thing I realized was it's about 10 minutes before the show. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't eat lunch. And this is going to be like 4 hours of fun. So I went and grabbed just a bunch of turkey lunch meat and a bar, a protein bar, because not that being hungry is bad. I can deal with that. But if I skip a meal entirely, there's about a 50-50 chance I'm going to get an ocular migraine.
Ooh, that's not good.
Which means I won't be reading anything for a half hour. And if it happens in the middle of a show, it's a little less.
Well, you better get a Larry set up with a duplicate monitor or something.
Well, I already did. But he gets the, so he had the spreadsheet, and I had all of the notes that I had kind of made. Because I used, as any good AI guy would do, I use Grok. I mean, I'm familiar, obviously, with the No Agenda show, but, if
you've heard it a couple times.
Yeah. If you gave me a piece of paper, I could write down, okay, they do an intro. Okay. Then they go into the media deconstruction. And then, of course, you go into the value for value segment. And then you do the nightings and the birthdays and the meetups. But it's nice to have that all down as like a checklist. It's like flying. You have the checklist. Make sure you don't fuck anything up.
That was my least favorite part of flying.
Well, yeah, work.
Yeah, exactly. Got that right.
But I went into Grok and I'm like, hey, go to like the last 10 episodes of No Agenda and pop me out just a, overall structure of the show so I don't forget anything. And it did a pretty decent job.
Okay, so I know this show has been way over heavy on AI topic, but something I just figured out, I don't know if you've noticed that YouTube added an AI button below all the videos.
There's a button now? No, I didn't see that.
There's now a button. Yeah. If you go, just pick a random video, or at least one of mine. Maybe it's not on all videos, but it's definitely on my videos. If you go to to watch the video, you now have a button that's, I think it's just called AI. I think Ask. It's called Ask. So you hit Ask, and it pops open a little AI talkie thingy. And you can do things like summarize the video. You can get what other videos are like this one. You can ask it any question that's related to the video. But one thing I didn't realize you could do, which you can now, is you can say, create a chapter list for this video.
Nice.
And I just copy and paste that back in the video. And it adds chapters in YouTube for the video. So I don't have to worry about putting in chapter marks like I used to manually. I just have it do it. And it's been very good at correctly determining the positioning of the chapters.
Interesting. Yeah, I just pulled that up. The first thing I had up was Nick the Rat, and it had the Ask button. And it's like, summarize the video, recommend related content. So this is also something. This is also something that's going to make it easier to find related content. Because if you like somebody, you don't have to even rely on their the model, the algo, to spit out what you want. You can go in then and hit the Ask button and be like, well, I want something like this, but like you said, for a different topic even. So I want something like this, but in this topic. And here you go. Make sure the audio doesn't suck.
Exactly. And so it is actually a very, very useful function, because while YouTube will generate titles, it'll usually take several days for it, because it considers
Stop the video, Gene.
Yeah, it'll consider generation of titles to be a very low priority process.
Oh yeah, because
But if you do it manually and put it in there, then they're in there right off the get-go, which is great.
And you have a little bit more control.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely. You can tweak them. If you think that what the AI came up with isn't quite right, you can certainly fix it as well.
And I agree.
I like it. I mean, AI built in, like, that's a useful use of AI, where there's a lot of places it's popping up where it's totally useless.
Yeah, and I also used it for the first time editing a long clip that I had pulled off of X, which was a 9-minute audio clip. And I asked Grok what 120-second segment of that it would use on a podcast to discuss the topic, and it did it. Like, nice. That's cool. And Cottongen says he thought he was having a stroke the first time he had an ocular migraine. I know.
That's really what it feels like, a stroke.
It depends on the severity. The first time I had it was right after high school, because I was already dating my now wife. The first time it happened was on Thanksgiving. I was at her house, and I just remember talking to her grandfather when half of his face disappeared, which I thought was a little weird. And then after that, the whole, fireworks and everything started up. So then I kind of knew from that time on, if you're all of a sudden your vision is screwed in that kind of a way, and then you're going to see the fireworks, ocular migraine. Now, the only time I had the one that put me into the hospital because it made the whole left side of my body numb was when that I tried to stop caffeine, and I did. And it was like 4 or 5 weeks into being totally off caffeine. And that's when I had the migraine. And that's when I really thought I was having a stroke, because I was, standing up, I was taking a pee, and all of a sudden I kind of felt the 2 fingers in my left hand starting to tingle. And then it moved up my left arm, and I was walking and my left foot wasn't really coming up the way it should.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it was horrible.
That sounds like a brain disconnect function.
Kind of. So I thought I was having a stroke. Called the ambulance came, went in. They did all the tests. They're like, nope, didn't have a stroke. That's, again, this shows you where the medical system is, because the neurologist at the hospital came in, and he's just like, well, you didn't have a stroke, this, and this. I'm like, well, was it possibly a migraine? And he's like, yeah, that's possible. So I'm like, well, how will I know if it happens again, the difference between migraine and stroke? And he's like, you really don't. I mean, you should probably.
What a useless doctor.
Right? I know.
Wow.
It's like, how do you know? Well, you don't. So you better come back into the hospital if it happens again. I've been having caffeine every day since that time, and I've never had another one like that. So,
yeah. Oh, my vision just got better.
Oh, there we go. Popping it in.
It's kicked in. It's kicked in.
And
yeah. Everything gets sharper,
and
with
brighter.
A slight shade of blue.
Oh, that's weird.
Hmm.
It's like, isn't that what happens to your vision when you take a Viagra? Is that turn your vision red? There's one of them that they're like, it does something to the color of.
No, I think you're right. I think it is Viagra that turns your vision blue as well.
So it may be something in there.
Yes, maybe Viagra contaminating my sativa.
You're right. They're like, that's not methylene blue, baby. That's just Viagra.
Hold on.
That's right. That's a whole different pill they've given. Gene, did you mix up your medications, Gene?
Yeah. 6 hours, huh?
Yeah. You better find a girlfriend quick.
I know, right? But I got plenty of time, man. Yeah. Plenty of time.
I got hours. And what better way to attract one than to walk around?
Oh, that there is no better way. I mean, that clearly is the best method right there.
Works all the time, guys. You try it out.
Works some of the time, 100% of the time.
Right. It's like, did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
I did. But I stopped, I think, before the last season, so I never did see How He Met His Mother.
Yeah, well,
I watched all the early seasons.
There was the one episode, you remember, The Naked Man? That the guy's move was like on a first date when...
Oh, to get naked?
Yes, Robin, I think this was, went into the kitchen, comes back out, and he's just standing there naked.
With one foot of, like, on a bed or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The Naked Man. He's like, it works like 1 out of 10 times.
Every time. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems like the kind of thing that would definitely have a particular demographic that it would work on.
Yeah. And it's probably going to get you put in jail the other 90% of the time.
My problem is I've generally not liked the women that like me.
Isn't that a bitch?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
He's like, I don't like the women that like me. And we know Gene's not going to change. So,
well,
there's a certain time in your life where the change is a possibility.
Yeah, this is why I just found it's easier just to be with women that fake liking me.
You mean hookers?
Well, yeah.
They go home when you're Charlie Sheen. Figure that one out.
Oh God, that is the best. That really is the best. Like, there's no, sticking around when you just want your peace and quiet and watch a little TV by yourself.
I mean, I'd be all in on the hooker game if I didn't have a teacher in high school that was stabbed to death by a hooker.
Ooh, well, that's what you get when you don't pay him.
Well, the story was he argued price afterward.
He sure argued. Exactly.
Do not argue price after.
No. You want to argue the price before while she still wants to get something from you.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't understand. But
Yeah.
hey, that's the kind of teacher that you get at an all guys
they're
Catholic high
perfectly
school.
reasonable. You know, they'll do well, what if I prepay for 3? Can I get 1 free?
Right.
They'll do that.
Do you have a frequent flyer card by any chance?
Exactly.
Do you take the AARP card?
Yeah, no.
Do you get a senior discount, perhaps?
Did I tell you I got I might have mentioned this, but first time ever I got a senior discount on a ferry in Seattle.
Well, Gene, they like to be called homosexuals.
Bum.
Hey, it's like the old. This goes back to Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. It was a Dean Martin joke. Do you know how to make a fruit cordial? Talk nice to him, I guess.
God,
I'm telling you, the humor back then was great.
It was actually funny. You mean?
Yeah, you got on a ferry. Gene got on a ferry in Seattle. That's not all that uncommon, Gene.
Okay. I guess I set myself up on
you
that.
You did.
One.
You said you got a discount on a ferry.
I did. Got a senior discount on the ferry.
Now, did they just give it to you, or did you have to be like, hey, I'm a senior?
No, I said I'm a senior.
We were.
I got a big long white beard. Of course, I'm a senior.
Looks like Santa Claus. We were at the
much more attractive Santa Claus.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, the women don't like it, but otherwise, you're doing great. Now we were in the. A place that we go into all the time had a different waiter, just a little, diner type place here. They're open breakfast
Denny's.
through dinner, kind of. Yes, a little bit of a better Denny's, but in that kind of a vein.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there. We had the meal, and my wife is usually like digging in her purse for coupons. She loves coupons. If it's even $1 off, she's going to have a coupon. I mean, which makes sense because I'm a podcaster, and the coupon makes sense. But we're sitting there and the bill comes and I look at it and I see that the waiter put on the check was a 15 or 20% off senior discount.
Nice.
So I looked at her and I'm like, you're either going to be offended or happy to get 20%. I know you're not going to be offended. You got the senior discount.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you know you're old, when somebody gives you a senior discount and
Without
you can't ask for it.
I've not had that happen yet, but I'm sure I will.
I'm only 56. I'm living too hard, man.
Only. Dude, that's like 3/4 of your life.
I know.
If you're lucky.
I know.
Yeah, average death age in the U.S. for men is 74, I believe. So you're less than 20 years away.
It's the kind of things I try to tell my dad, who doesn't want to do the very basic things like walking around and keeping himself healthy, because he is 85. My mom's gonna be 88 in November. And she's in better shape than me. So I mean, there's that.
Yeah, that's yeah. It's my dad's 88, I guess, and I've been telling him for a decade. It's like, the average age is 74.
I know.
Hint, hint.
It's like you're living on borrowed time.
You're literally living on my time.
You got to enjoy it. That's the whole point. You got to enjoy it. That's why I appreciate, the guys like John C. Dvorak, who lived a full life, was doing what he was doing. Yeah, it's sad when anybody passes away.
Yeah.
Well, that is what my mom would say. That's so young. It's like, but it's not. It's not young. You've won. I mean, if you went into a Vegas casino, you have a winning hand.
Yeah.
When you get to that point.
Yeah.
It really is. And that
my longest living is still my grandma on my mom's side, who lived to 96.
Yeah, my grandma on my mom's side lived into her 90s, but she had really bad dementia the last 10 years or so, which, I mean, again, that really sucks. So, I mean,
quality of life has to be a part of it. I don't want to live past my brain.
No, well, that's it. You can do with, okay, maybe you can't walk really well.
I don't really want to live past my body either. I mean, frankly,
Well, you don't want to put your brain inside of a jar. The Gene brain. It's podcasting right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Plugs the Gene brain into Grok.
If you generate enough content, you will live on forever.
Oh, absolutely. And it is unbelievable. And yeah, we're getting the notes in from people to No Agenda, but Adam posted a clip this morning of a radio presenter, as they call them, in Australia.
Yep.
Crying during her show because John C. Dvorak passed away. It's like, it's just amazing.
That is crazy, because I'm thinking that, I guess there's no reason people in other countries wouldn't know who he is. He's around. He's a very prolific writer. Less so prolific a podcaster, but definitely a very prolific writer.
You don't think he was a prolific podcaster?
No, twice a week. That's not prolific.
Wow. Again, I forgot. It's the Gene's level of...
You do more than that.
Yeah, but is it the quality?
You are a prolific podcaster. John was not.
Well, that's just because, as my wife will point out, I don't know how to shut up.
Well, your wife is right on that.
And I've been asking her for years. I mean, it never bothered me. But when I started,
I just love the fact that when I called to see if you were alive, your wife picked up the phone.
Right. He's in. They're trying to kill him right now, doing a stress test, the nuclear stress test.
I'll let you know as soon as he's dead.
Right. That show's yours. You can have it. Exactly what Gene's trying to find out. But at least she drove me to the test and didn't just go, okay, I got to go.
Yeah, that's better what my wife did.
Right, exactly. She's wife's like,
I think I'm having a heart attack. My left hand's going numb, and
you might want to drive yourself to the hospital, honey.
It's like, all right, well, let me know when you're back.
Let me know what's going on. That's when you know the magic is gone, Gene.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're not getting the Hallmark ending.
3 years later that we got a divorce.
Oh, wow. That lasted 3 more years. That had to be fun.
Have. No, it definitely shouldn't have. In retrospect, that should have been a very good signal.
But you had inertia. That happens to a lot of, you see people that are just miserable. So I consider myself lucky.
That wasn't even miserable. It was just, I was working in a different state.
Oh, that doesn't help either.
No, but it clearly, for her, me working in a different state kind of made it less interesting to be married.
Well, it made it a lot easier to find other things to do.
Yeah.
Where's Gene?
Sure.
I don't know. But I mean, now I don't care, because I've done.
No.
When I add up all of the podcast episodes that I've done in hours of podcast, it's into the multiple thousands now, obviously. But, it's like, well, honey, did you listen to the podcast? I was looking for feedback, kind of early on. Like, is this good?
Not anymore.
No, I don't want that feedback now.
No.
She's like, I get the 24/7 stream. I'm like, yeah, I get it. But
not anymore. She doesn't.
No.
Missing a lot of you're broadcasting all the time.
Right. I've got to be on call. Got to do the thing.
Now, is it broadcasting or narrowcasting?
Or broadcasting or what?
I guess it's narrowcasting, isn't it?
Narrowcasting?
Yeah, narrow. The opposite of broad.
Oh, narrow. Yes, it's when you're doing a podcast for 6 people, like the show.
You're narrowcasting.
We're very narrowcasting. If you're listening right now, you are the few, the proud, the
unemployed. Yeah.
In those terms, that really, and Bill O'Reilly is not looking good either. And it's not, I like Bill. It's not going to be fun. I don't know how much longer he's going to be doing his shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is, he was very, very upset when people called his program a podcast because he doesn't understand the technology. It's like, dude, your people that you hired take your show and they release it in an RSS feed, audio only, which means people will view it as a podcast, even though it is also on broadcast television on the first or whatever it is.
I had this argument with Adam because to me, the definition of podcasting has to include an RSS feed because that's what the original source of distribution was.
Yes, you can have other.
And he was actually arguing the opposite point, which is that he doesn't think that requirement exists. Like, it doesn't have to have an RSS feed. because a lot of people that got into podcasting much later, like in the last 5-6 years,
or YouTubers,
they're making YouTube videos. So to them, a podcast is simply an interview show. Like that's
Right.
literally what they think a podcast is. Like if I make an interview show, it's called a podcast.
That's what Bill O'Reilly says his new show is the podcast, and it's really not because it's a YouTube interview show.
Yeah.
But it's instead of his news,
But that's what
it is interview.
That seems to be the new definition for a lot of people. And like when I say new people that got into it, it's generally people that already have millions of people as audience. So they're well established through streaming live or something else. So it's
and streaming is such a better way to go now than having to have somebody hire you at a network.
Mm-hmm.
You get control. You get to do what you want. You don't have to worry about so many different things. And it's open. You can do 5 minutes. You can do an hour. You can be, whatever you want to do. I know some people do multiple hours, like crazy 8 to 10 hour streams. It's like, whoo, there's got to be a magical way to go pee during those, It's the podcaster's friend. Did we lose Gene?
No, I'm trying to be quiet for you to hit the button to finish the show, and you seem to not be hitting the button.
Oh, which button should I hit?
It's unrelenting.
You bastard. That's what you are. You waited until I started speaking to hit the damn button.
It's unrelenting. It's unrelenting. Just